to affordable, reliable, and secure vehicles and fuels. We discussed in depth in multiple hearings, as well as our recent subcommittee markup, that the American people are concerned. But here we are at the height of summer driving season, and the Biden administration is attempting a litany of tactics to interfere with the American people's choice in mobility. Thankfully, Republicans on this committee are listening to the people's concerns. Americans rely on their cars and trucks to commute to work, take their kids to school, check in on grandparents and loved ones, run to the grocery store, to the bank, to receive medical care, and many others. In my rural part of the country, in Appalachia, any number of these could be 30 or 40 miles away, and it's well known that mobility is essential for the well-being and welfare of all Americans, but not just physical mobility, it's also economic mobility, upward mobility. People must be able to have the vehicles they choose and need to get the job done and provide for their families. Unfortunately, the Biden administration has issued regulation after regulation to force electric vehicles on the American people before either consumers or the grid are ready for it. Not to mention, they ignore the true global environmental impact of EVs, which is likely not as, quote, green as proponents say. Luckily, Republicans have solutions to ensure that Americans can buy the cars they want at a price they can afford now and into the future. First, H.R. 1435 would prevent the EPA from issuing California a waiver for vehicle emission standards if the state's standards directly or indirectly limit the sale of new vehicles with internal combustion engines. This bill is timely because California recently submitted a waiver for its Advanced Clean Cars 2 proposal, which require all new passenger vehicles to be zero-emission vehicles by 2035. We can't let California force its disastrous policies on the rest of the country. Next, H.R. 4468, the CARS Act, would prevent the EPA from implementing what we refer to as the tailpipe emissions rule, which would require 2/3 of new car sales to be electric by 2032. Cox Automotive estimates that there are 90,000 battery electric vehicles sitting on dealership lots right now because American consumers don't want to buy them. This while automakers from Tesla and Ford slash prices and manipulate tax credits in an attempt to entice buyers. We aren't against the EVs, but such government mandates are not letting the free market play out. It's not sustainable. And lastly, we've got H.R. 4469, which would clarify that the EPA is not authorized to create an ERINS program.
Hello, friends. There is a new Ford stimulus check update, and millions of residents are eligible for new stimulus payments this month. State lawmakers have confirmed this is one of the biggest financial relief payouts in U.S. history. New deposit dates have also been released. My dear friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video to learn if you are eligible and when you can expect to see this extra relief. Also, do stay tuned because I'll be announcing yesterday's winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dearest friends, if you would like to enter these weekly giveaways, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. The month of September has arrived. This month marks the arrival date of state-funded direct payments for millions of residents in 4 states. States have continued to find their ways to provide money to their residents since the federal payments expired in 2021. This month, residents in Alaska, Montana, Washington, and Minnesota are eligible to receive money from their state governments. The payments include one of the largest payouts and a program that's expected to deliver checks to more than 2.1 million people. Alaska's Permanent Fund Dividend, which pays residents a portion of the state's mineral revenue, will distribute the annual funds on September 14th to individuals whose 2022 applications were still in eligible not paid status. To qualify for this dividend, residents must have lived a full calendar year in the state and intend to remain in Alaska. The 2022 payout is one of the biggest in history, with each resident receiving $3,284. Dividends from applications for 2023 will be distributed next month. According to Newsweek, more than 2 million residents of Minnesota will see a one-time tax rebate thanks to a recent tax law update. The legislation, which was signed in May, provides payments of $520 for married couples who file joint returns and who have an adjusted gross income of $150,000 or less. Payments of $260 will go to individuals with 2021 adjusted gross incomes of $75,000 or less. Another $260 will be distributed for each dependent who are claimed on a return for up to 3 dependents. The Minnesota Department of Revenue said in August, direct deposit payments will go out first, followed by paper checks in the mail. The department expects nearly 2.1 million rebate payments to be initiated by the end of September. Residents who chose direct deposit may still receive a paper check if there are errors due to incorrect bank account information. Also, the state of Montana is issuing funds that were allocated by state legislators this year. Property owners in the state are eligible for a rebate that is worth $675 or an amount not to exceed the property taxes paid. For example, if a taxpayer owed $425 in property taxes on a principal Montana residence in 2022, that person will receive a $425 rebate. But a taxpayer who owes anything more than $675 will receive a $675 rebate. In order to qualify, taxpayers must have owned and lived in a Montana residence for at least 7 months, been billed property taxes, and paid property taxes on the residence. Only 1 rebate per household will be permitted. Rebates are being issued as claims are processed, with an estimated wait time between 30 and 90 days, depending on electronic or paper filings. The state is still doling out its individual income tax rebates, which provide single filers with either $1,250, whichever is less. Married couples filing joint returns will either receive $2,500 or the line 20 amount, whichever is less. Montana began distributing the income tax rebate this past July and will continue to do so through December of this year. Washington state residents can also apply for the state's Working Families Tax Credit, which offers payments between $50 and $1,200 for individuals who have lived in the state for a minimum of half of the 2022 calendar year, which is equivalent to 183 days, and is between 25 and 65 years old, or had a qualifying child in 2022, filed a 2022 tax return, and have a valid Social Security number or individual taxpayer identification number. The Washington State's Department of Revenue describes a payment as a credit of retail sales tax. The credit amount varies based on the income level and the number of qualifying children that an applicant can claim, but the minimum credit is $50. A resident does not have to be employed in order to qualify. Applications opened in February. Washington state residents have 3 years to claim their credit. So, dearest friends, if you reside in one of these states I have mentioned, please make sure that you receive your payments. Well, my awesome and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dearest friends, thank you very, very much for joining me here every day and for being part of this community. To say thank you, I will be announcing several winners every Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. The winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Sheila M625 and Carmen Colon. Congratulations, my dearest friends! To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you could message me on my Facebook page. Thank you so much, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.